Oh, we did it, chapter. We did it. We have game. It's 3-1 at the moment. Team X, they're looking to be dominating as we continue to get this going, as we do have to pause the music, unfortunately. A 3-1 start for Team X. We saw Bardolphs take pistol. It wasn't anything too special, wasn't anything too flashy, as, well, Coke is actually going to finish it off. We're going to be seeing Team X being able to pick themselves up a 4th. And, well, judging by the economic status of Team X at the moment, they've been taking these rounds convincingly. We haven't seen all too much looking to stop them. We haven't seen all too much looking to get in their way, and they look to be taking full advantage of it at the current moment. We see that orb coming out on Rion, and for the Bardolphs at the moment, it wouldn't be anything too out of the ordinary if we saw, Metic being able to take that AWP. Hopefully we're going to be seeing, a little bit of something coming out from the Bardolphs here in this next one, but still a basic setup on Anubis as we see Rion goes bang, gets that opening pick through mid. That AWP for the Bardolphs is going to be taken out early. That mid fight look to try and get some space, but doesn't work out all too well. We're seeing a really good default coming through as Duncan's actually going to be getting himself a pick. Potentially even looking towards A to get rid of Stosh, potentially dismantle him. With Util coming out, Stosh will get that first pick as now Happy Ducks will be blindsided 3-4, and at the current moment it's all going to have to be down to Stosh eventually falling, and it's going to be sad fish. A very, very sad fish indeed, as all of his friends have very much swam away from, well, what do fish call a group of fish? A pod or something? Is that what they call it? Is that what they call it now? I do have to. A school of fish. A school of fish. That's right, a school of fish. Yeah, I love school. You can tell I clearly went to school. Hey, Relay. Long time no see, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Team X look to be on top of things at the moment. They're going to be picking themselves up a 5th, and quite comfortably, especially after getting that opening pick. We saw that opening pick coming out. Stosh was able to find 2, but, end of the day, if we're not seeing anyone else getting kills for this Bardolph side, we're not really going to be seeing all too much in terms of, sort of effective damage. With no warp to be recovered into this, it looks as if we're going to be getting a bit of a rough sort of start for the Bardolphs. I think if we have, I want to say we could potentially get an eco here, pistol upgrades, being able to try and get in towards that next round, buying up just a little bit around that M4, saying that you did save it, allowing Sadfish to do a little bit more exploring, potentially even eco stacking a site, but pistols, armor, keeping above that 2k mark. Metic to be stuck on 3 to try and get a little bit more exploratory with the impacts here, as Rion will go bang, Shrubby will fall. Sadfish's M4 could be under threat right here at the moment, as Duncan with Util out. We'll actually see Util come flying across. Metic's going to get himself a kill. That's another rifle to be recovered. Stosh finding himself one over towards that A site, but B is where we're going to be seeing all the fights headed, but we start to see the Bardolphs rotate away. Coke Snorter's actually going to take down Medic. One more to be picked up here by Sadfish, but as Util starts to flood into the site, more Util looking to try and displace Sadfish, but he still continues to hang around like an annoying mosquito, finding a second Sadfish. It's all going to be down to Rion, the man who opened it up with that AWP. Needs to get a pick here to start it off. Won't be able to find all too much. A flash goes off, 45 seconds to play as Rion is eventually going to fall, as we see Happy Ducks being able to get an AWP. A very, very happy duck indeed, as the Bardolphs will pick themselves up a second. Well, hey, look, Sadfish continuing to be a mozzie. We see, who was it? It was Metic with that AK, being able to try and take a little bit more space towards mid, thinking the rotation was coming, overthought the round. Team X still committed towards that B site, and the Bardolphs able to hold on. We see Sadfish. If he doesn't stay alive there, that entire round's gone. Metic. It's actually Medic or something like that. I don't know. Medic just sounds so clean off the tongue, because in my head QU makes a K sound. I don't know if it's because, I'm Oh, that is a chunky nade. Stosh gonna be burning in flames. As a result, we'll at least be able to find one. Happy Ducks with that AWP gets that first pick. Medic could potentially have a little more, but Happy Ducks eventually taken down. Sadfish, Medic finding one apiece. It's gonna be Rion by himself yet again. That AWP with a whole lot of work to do. 3 to find. The leg spotted, can't do all much, but with Rion potentially having belief, does find the first, but Sadfish is there to be able to get the second. Real ones know him as Italy. Look, if Italy's not on the screen, everyone's going to get confused. And if I start calling you Italy, and I keep reverting to old days, we're never going to be able to move forward as a society. You know what I mean? I have to ask why they kicked Italy. It's like the KZG. Oh, why did you kick KZXL? Tandora, the ROF member? Yeah, Tandora, the ROF member. That mid-fight looking to be interesting, but notice how the Bardolphs are able to fight their way back. Sadfish, Happy Ducks, a yin and yang type thing. Well, look, it would work out if both of them weren't predominantly in water. Like, if it was Happy Giraffe and Sadfish, that would completely be fully yin and yang. Right, but they can't have full separation. It's because all of the Bardolphs are the same. It's like James Bardolph. Because James Bardolph. Yin and yang are both fish. Yeah, well, is a duck a fish? Is a duck a fish-ish? You're telling me a duck's a fish. Is a duck a fish? That's the big question, chat. I mean, what do you mean? You're not saying that a duck is a fish. They can't be fully yin and yang. They can't be fully yin and yang if a duck is not a fish, because yin and yang are both fishes, traditionally, because that's what you said. Speaking of Happy Ducks, gets himself that first pick. Potential here for the second. A heavy tag onto Sladsy. But it's going to be that A hit coming through. Happy Ducks finds himself one. Make it a second. 3 in the round for Happy Ducks so far. And it's all going to be down to Sladsy, who can't get it done. They're both aquatic. They are both aquatic. So either you have full division where there's little bits of each other. So it's like a fish needs to be able to walk on water. Or to be able to walk on land, right? A duck is essentially a duck. Right? Okay, hear me out, chat. Yin and yang, as a whole concept, is that both can be separate but have little bits of each other in them. So a duck is perfect yin and yang, as it has land and it has water, right? If you have something like a frog, if it was happy frog and sad duck, right? Like, that'd be fine, because that's yin and yang. Both frogs and ducks go in water and out of water, right? Well, some frogs don't, but that's like the general concept of wet frog, wet duck, right? On land. And so you can have the happy and sad. You're incompetent. Okay, competent is incompetence, which means you can't be competent without being incompetent. You doing ACL tomorrow? No. I'll be doing it on Thursday, though. Gonna be seeing Sadfish being happy boy, picking up that first kill. Does actually spot the bomb here. Duncan will take on a bit of a heavy hit. Shrubby. I did say, I did have a conversation with Shrubby, and he said if he doesn't get 14 kills, he moves to Suicide Watch. So, a good 3k. Doing Mantra Vantage tomorrow? Nice. That'll be a good game. Depending on what that Mantra roster's looking like now. Because what, they got rid of Bones, it's Cheeseball, I think Streety. Calling it advance for Shrubby, praying for him. Well, Shrubby did tell me he's going to be on Suicide Watch if he doesn't get 14 kills. Because he's like, oh yeah. Cookie, Cheeseballs, Reckons, Reaps, Winnie. Ugh. Ugh. The roster will be in the spreadsheet-ish. But yeah, I'm doing admin work for NZ Esports tomorrow. And I was like, can I get out of it? And they went, no. I was like, okay. There's 7 on the spreadsheet. Yeah. So 7 on the spreadsheet. You should be able to work out who is the subs. Because they should say sub. They should say sub. I'm surprised they picked up Winnie. Like, no offense to Winnie, but he just doesn't seem like a cheeseball type of player, you know? Like, Cookie, I understand. It says only who coaches if they have one. Meh. Maybe they're just trying to fuck with you, Ish. Start to see this B take coming through. Sladzy's actually going to open it up, but Happy Ducks is going to be the last man standing. We're actually going to be seeing Happy Ducks finding 2 going down. Those flames had him tagged down so low, and it's going to be Stosh the 1v3 to potentially find a way back for the Bardolphs in this one. Do see that heavy B main pressure coming through. A flash to come out as Stosh makes his way towards the side. Does actually completely blind Sladzy, as Sladzy will be looking to take on fights, trying to isolate duels. Stosh at the moment is not having a lot of fun as he'll eventually get taken down. Was able to shoot Sladzy in the ear though, so I'd say get him some orange spray tan. 5-6 is Team X. Looking to try and rebuild control in this one. I think the Bardolphs, especially on that CT side, they had themselves a good run of momentum. I'm actually going to see that double AWP setup coming through for the Bardolphs. We don't see it quite often. Well, look, Ish, even if you get it wrong, no one will care. Because they're like, it's OCE, no one will care. Like, I know there's the want to sit there and be perfect, but trust me, no one will care. Shrubby. In towards E-Box will be in a bit of a world of hurt at the moment with nades coming out, looking to try and work his way around B main. He has been a shutdown individual at the moment. But with the timing potentially coming out in for B main, a minute to play as look at this wraparound we're seeing from Happy Ducks. He could be a very happy duckling with 3 backs turned as that AWP line is going to be agony. Happy Ducks is going to find one, make it a second as Rion does go down. Sladzy now has himself the 1v4 to try and work with Dinked as Happy Ducks will be able to pick himself up the 4k on the long wraparound. The Bardolphs are able to bring this back from what was a 5-1 deficit to a 6-6 scoreline at the half. And, for Team X, I mean, hey, they fumbled a baddie right there. They have fumbled pretty bad. The Bardolphs will look to move on towards this T side with Happy Ducks, 14 kills. He's had himself an absolute a blinder, some would say. But we need to upgrade the graphics card. Just going to close everything that isn't required. Oh, Rely, what's your PC build? I am the PC nerd after all. Actually, going to be seeing Happy Ducks tagged up quite heavily. Should look to try and draw over a rotation as well, especially as Happy Ducks gets into the side for almost nothing. Duncan, by himself, trying to beat this A-hold, will be ran down as we start to see a 1060 with an i7. How many cores is your i7? Is it 8 or 16? 6 score? Oh. Oh, ish. Oh. Dangerous. That's an exquisite question. Oh, Stoshy! How's that, son? Finds himself 2. It's going to leave Tandora by himself. As, well, they know where he is. I know he's a Row F member. I think I'm closing everything that is required. We're going to see Sadfish eventually finishing it off as the Bardolphs will be getting their pistol round on that T side, and a much needed pistol round on the T side. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Team X forcing in here to try and get that momentum back, as we know Anubis is very T-sided at the current moment in the meta. I think I'm closing everything that isn't required. Well, that's true. Plus the ESL broadcast kit just has a lot of shit that isn't required. Like, that thing alone will overload your overload everything. The only good thing is that they streamline your IP. They streamline your IP connection, which is good. Face it doesn't. Face it makes you put the bootstrapper on, which, you know, in turn makes you use more of your CPU, which is a bit shit. Because CPU's already, you know, pretty intense on CS. It just fucks everything up. But that's why we love casting ECL. Sadfish could be a very happy fish here in a moment, as we're gonna see Sadfish eventually find one, as well the cat and game mouse has started to begin. We see Happy Ducks finding one, a second, a very, very happy duck indeed, as he continues to get some eco kills. Rihanna eventually falls, Stosh to get himself 2, as the Bardolphs will pick themselves up an 8 off the back of the anti-eco. As Team X, they finally come into this next one with rifles, limited util. I'm honestly not a big fan of having limited util. With an M4, like, dude, get a FAMAS, you get full belt of util, especially on a map like Anubis where your aim jewels are like second to your util usage. I don't know why. We're still seeing that single AK being kept on Stosh here. Could be a chance for some rifle upgrades. If the Bardolphs get a little bit lucky, we do see that nade stack in towards mid. That stair stack. If I find many thingy mabibis I have. Download CPU Z, it should tell you exactly what you have. If you then look up that CPU online, you'll be able to find what you got. Tandora picks up 2 and a good shutdown from that mid take by Tandora. Could potentially even find himself more. Sadfish nearly goes down, caught in the line of fire. We're actually going to see Sladzy in a world of trouble. He's looking to continue to be chased around, as Tandora definitely thinking about trying to phase that smoke. We're going to at least see Stosh finding one back, as Duncan will at least be clearing up Canal. Gives up A site in the process. That is a really reckless push there from Duncan. He's given up the site. Isn't able to find Stosh as well. That just makes that decision even a little bit worse, as we crash out of the server after what was Duncan being an idiot. Let's call a spade here, or a slade a slade. Oh, Sladzy a Sladzy. That push from Duncan was crazy. I actually have to turn that off. I have to turn that off. That's a crazy push. Hey Brad, how are you, son? We got the GOAT, Brad. We got the GOAT. My GOAT, Brad. The new graphics are fucking sick, Brad. The only thing that was annoying was that Stream Elements wouldn't have my chat pop up, and I'm like, fucking... Stream Elements broke because I was setting up my chat, like, shit, and I was like, fucking, I can't believe this shit. But no, it's been good. It was good to have a play around with today. It's so fucking good. It's so clean. I appreciate it, man. It's fucking good. You fucking made this shit look good. There's see Sladzy. Oh, nearly in a world of trouble there, as Molotovs do go out, trying to dissuade the push from Happy Ducks, who is almost a bit of a one-man army here on this team. Sladzy, cheeky flashing of himself. Rion to be put under. the microscope here on B. We'll have to at least try to keep his life as we see those rotations starting to come through. We're at least going to be seeing Coke Snorter finding himself one. Hasn't had too much of an impact today, but now getting on towards that scoreboard later in this one. Will have to do a lot of work over on that B side. Does get himself one. Now that 2v2 situation. A minute to play as that bomb does go down. HG nades coming through. That double CT retake for Team X is going to be brutal. Especially as Stosh and Medic are all tucked away. CPU-Z. We're at least going to be seeing Stosh getting a heavy tag. Medic's actually going to get himself two. And for Medic there, being able to save Stosh from what was a little bit of embarrassment eventually comes through. Download this. Download that. It should, if you go to your CPU, it should tell you like exactly what type of CPU yours is, and then look that up on Google. It should tell you how many cores. Because if you have 6, it means that like you can essentially run a broadcast. Red fruit farming. Red fruit farming? Are we calling this red fruit farming? Is he shuffling every day? That's what I want to know. We're saying Medic at least getting that early pick is, well, the B stack of the pistols is at least going to be leaving Happy Ducks very happy as, yeah, 6 cores. Yeah, so you'll be able to run a broadcast, even on a 1060. It just won't be very smooth. This is bold here from the Bardolphs. They're going to look to try and wrap around B from that A side instead of just getting that plant down. We see that push coming up through B. Stosh could have himself a little bit of a cheeky frag. Does pick up that first. Doesn't expect the second. Tandora will get that pick. As now Coke Snorter wants to charge into the side. You can clearly tell. Medic will get himself that pick. Sladsy and Coke Snorter will be in a very, very interesting spot as time ticks away. Shrubby #1 in deaths. Hey, Happy Ducks is right there with him. So is Tandora. Coke Snorter as well. Actually, Duncan's leading in deaths. So, Kraz. Back to Cannon event. Is there baiting on this team? No baiting at all. I'm actually going to see Sadfish get himself 2. Coke Snorter at least gets himself 1. Coke Snorter's a hell of a name as well. Kraz, can you pick up Coke Snorter just for fun? This guy's batting bottom frag his first game of Open. Letty. We have to have a chat about one of your emotes. We have to have a chat about one of your emotes. Letty. I think it's called Letty Mummy, and it's a Pepe Frog with a mummy sign. We need to have a chat about that. Where did you get it, and can I put it on a t-shirt? T-Frag says otherwise. We're going to be seeing Rayon fighting himself. Read it yourself. Can I put it on a t-shirt? Happy Ducks will at least get himself like another kill, finding himself 2. Yeah, awesome. I will put it on a t-shirt. If you can just send me the PNG. Even if it's a really shit quality, I want it on a t-shirt. I feel like it'd be funny. I'm wearing it to a LAN event. Oh shit. I didn't realize my mouse cursor's been on +10. Happy Ducks orange, you little bro. Kraz is getting cooked by Happy Ducks. This is a scary day. Scary day. It's quite funny because I was having a good chat about Cannon event with someone the other day. I was having a very good chat about Cannon event the other day, and I was like, is Kraz really good? And they were like, yeah, he's actually a lot better than I think people think of him. I'm like, oh, okay. And they were like, yeah, you still can't aim for shit. Cannon event will get wins this season. Look, Kraz, I'll tell you this right now. If Cannon event don't place top 3, disband. Canon event, don't place top 3, disband. Are my alerts off? My alerts are off, yes. Because I had to restart. I had to reset my whole stream. Right, Letty. Because I don't know if you noticed, Letty, but I got the sick new shit, man. Mother flunker. Okay, you go to Germany once, alright, Letty? You've gone to Germany once. Go, mother flunker. Go look at your screen again. What screen? What is next to Letty? What? It is Letty. It is Letty. I'm actually special, man. What? What are you talking about, Letty? I'm special? I'm special. I'm special. $6.90 down the drain. I'll happily refund it if you want. You're just yelling at me. It's crazy. Why are you yelling at me? You're so mean to me. Okay, I will have to check. I will have to check. Yeah, but look, that's because people do the chargeback shit. The chargeback button. Look, it's so shiny right now. It's because people do the chargeback shit. I don't fucking around with the chargeback shit. Okay, let's look at what Letty said to me. Actually, I do have to go onto my... We're actually going to get bombed down. Let's forget about Letty and let's worry about the game we're actually casting. It's actually a very interesting game. Bomb will go down. Team X will save. We're getting 12. Alright. Now that's over and done with. Let's work out what Letty sent me. What did Letty do to me? What did Letty do? What has Letty done to me? What's Letty done to me? Where did it go? There it is. Alright, Letty. You happy with your attention? How did X let go of A that hard? A is like a single like... A is like a single little, like, single person hold. Eh? Eh? Something's broken. I have to fix something. Thank you. Okay, Letty. Let's give you all your attention, Letty. Hey guys, can we all at Letty in chat to give her attention? Otherwise she's gonna get grumpy, and we don't want that, because then Eddie's gonna have to DM me, and we're gonna be going through this whole thing again. And I really don't want to do it, so like, I don't want to disturb Eddie. He plays Art of War. You know what I mean? Eddie's busy in Saudi Arabia, like, just the whole thing. Busy in Saudi Arabia, you know, he's looking good, looking pretty. You know, Eddie's just being gorgeous. Eddie's being pretty. I can't believe it. B-side's going to be under fire, under threat here in a second, as we're going to be seeing Coke Snorter still hiding. Will at least get himself one. A second to be picked up there by Sladsy, but Coke Snorter, how about that for a beautiful 2k? Snorting lines, throwing dimes. As we do say in football, as Coke Snorter has himself a 3k in this one. With potential for more, but Stosh wants to be taking on Sladsy here. Try to isolate this fight. Won't be able to hit the shot. The Sladsy able to work off the... But you ESEO open your legs. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come back, the match is over. Not yet. Match isn't over yet. Team X still alive in it. We know the Bardolphs have trouble closing. Even though I run their socials. That's what I get for jorking it. Alright, listen fellas, listen. What are our thoughts on joking? You're subbing for them? What are our thoughts on joking, chat? We're going to see Duncan, unable to win that fight against Happy Ducks. As Happy Ducks, well, he's having an absolute criminal level game at the moment. Want to talk about jorking it. We're seeing Happy Ducks jorking it to his own performance. Sadfish gets he gets hit in the head with a nade. Look. I joked to Kraz profile pics. Listen, Kraz profile pics go hard. I will say this now. Oh, Happy Ducks. Hiding in towards the smoke. Can't get away. Tandora's at least going to finish it off, but that bomb will go down. The 2v3. We'll at least see Slatty to be taken a little bit of a break. We're going to be seeing a heavy fight. Stosh needs to keep himself alive, but Rayon will eventually get that pick. It's all going to be down to Medic by himself. The 1v3. At least a heavy fight down. We've been kicked out of the server, and I think we all know what that means. Oh, look how sick that nade is, chat. Look how sick this nade is. We will have to reconnect unless this game is over. We're going to have to reconnect. Ooh, that 5843 goes crazy. Medic to jog the clutch. Do we want to have a brain rot round this one? As Team X win that one? And it's all over the screen. Team X win it. They win the 1v3. Rion looking to try and get Skibidi and Ohio rizzing up a few gats with that AWP. Before falling back like baby Gronk as Shrubby has to pay that phantom tax. Loses a few B-bucks over on that B site as Rion a little bit too hot to handle in the kitchen as baby Gronk rizzing up Livy Dunn in the other room. Sets flames ablaze on that B site, and with Stosh, the last man standing will go down. We're going to see Team X being able to pick themselves up a 10th, rizzing up all of those Skibidi Gats in Ohio, the Bardolphs. A little bit of Skibidi Ohio riz, as we're saying. Bardolphs, please don't joke. Livy Dunn risen up baby Gronk. Hey, look, the Bardolphs are doing the Canon event special. Keeping it close. They're keeping it close. They're looking to try and, you know, farm for content. That's what Canon event did all last season. So we're actually going to see a nade stack taking out Happy Ducks. Prefer gooning. I forgot to mention gooning. She leave me on my back till she leave me on my baby Gronk till I'm done. I like that one. That's crazy. We're gonna see Duncan eventually going down. That's the first pick for the Bardolphs here. Double pumped up with the phantom tax. Remember, chat. If you're gooning, chat, you need to break out the emergency goon kit. But if you goon, every goon is an edge, but not every edge is a goon. As they say, Rion gets himself two, as Stash will be the last man standing. Stash. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least find Tandora. The 1v4 turn to 1v3 does have that A site completely available to him. Will look to try and at least scurry to get that bomb down, to get that extra cash. Will be chased in by Team X, and Sladsy will finish it off. 11 picked up. What's going on this broadcast? Hey, look. This is the usual Garfield. That's why they pay me the big bucks. We're probably gonna get overtime. Like, very little util here for the Bardolphs. They've sort of got like what, one side hit left in this util, close for content. Big bucks behind actual pennies. Yeah, pennies on the dollar. Look, pennies on the dollar. Big fan of some pennies with skibbity gat riz. We're seeing Shrubby finding himself one. Rion's actually going to fall. That's going to leave that A side going down completely. Tandora now has to be that hero here for Team X. Finds himself 2 on the spray transfer. But now with that man advantage still being taken down, we're going to see Sladsy finding himself 1, wanting to try and get that second. It's all going to be down to Coke Snorter. We're keeping it interesting. That bomb still on the ground. Medic's going to finish it. The Team X Mew streak will come to an end as the Bardolphs, a little bit of skibbity gat riz.